There are several hormones in the body that impact how many ingested calories are stored as body fat. If any of these hormones are out of balance, a person can gain weight even though they may eat less food. One hormone that exerts a significant effect on hunger and fat storage is insulin. Insulin is produced in the pancreas mainly in response to high levels of glucose, or sugar, in the blood. Insulin enables the liver to store excess blood sugar. Insulin also stimulates the liver to store fatty acids that are transported to fat cells and stored as fat. The net effect of insulin is storage of carbohydrate, protein, and fat in the body.
Now, you've probably heard that carbohydrates are perhaps the worst thing you could eat when trying to lose fat or transform your body. And for most people, that's 100% true. You see, due to years of consuming a diet full of processed carbs, most people have grown quite insensitive to one of the most important hormones in our body, a hormone that can either be a huge asset to your body transformation goals or a total fat loss and health derailing nightmare. Its name is insulin. And insulin's function is to help your body keep blood sugar at bay, clear it quickly from your bloodstream after a carbohydrate meal, and hopefully shuttle that blood sugar to muscle tissue for energy instead of fat. I say hopefully because that's actually the exact opposite of what occurs when most people eat carbs. Going back to insulin sensitivity and carbohydrate tolerance, due to a diet full of processed insulin and blood sugar spiking carbohydrates, most folks are suffering from some level of insulin resistance, a condition in which insulin is no longer able to efficiently remove blood sugar from the bloodstream. The result? Dramatically reduced fat burning and increased fat storage. Even worse, insulin resistance can and often does lead to type 2 diabetes and an array of other health problems over time, and it all leads back to insulin sensitivity. Ideally, when you consume carbohydrate, here's what you want to happen. 1. Minimum insulin release. This occurs when your body is highly sensitive to insulin. When it is, only a small amount of insulin is necessary to effectively and efficiently clear glucose from your blood to its storage sites. This is great news because your body has an incredibly difficult time burning fat in the presence of insulin. The less insulin you have floating around, the better. 2. Quick and efficient blood sugar clearance. Again, this will occur when your body is highly sensitive to insulin. 3. Maximum glycogen uptake. Glycogen is the term used for stored carbohydrate in muscle. When muscle tissue is highly sensitive to insulin, the vast majority of blood glucose will be stored in muscle, not fat. And 4. Minimum fat storage. When you increase insulin sensitivity, especially in skeletal muscle, your body will choose to store your carbohydrate intake as energy in muscle tissue instead of body fat. Again, your body's ability to process the carbohydrates you eat all comes down to your insulin sensitivity and your body's ability to quickly and efficiently shuttle carbohydrates to muscle tissue and not fat. So how can you increase insulin sensitivity? Well, you could go completely low carb for an extended period of time in an attempt to repair your insulin receptors and increase insulin sensitivity. But for most, that's a rather painful option, and even then, you'd need to very slowly reintroduce carbohydrates back into your diet to avoid massive fat gain. Fortunately, you don't need to go low carb or no carb at all. In fact, many times you can enjoy even more carbohydrates than you currently are while losing even more fat when you utilize this one simple solution.